What's up, guys and girls, and a very warm welcome, watchers. The sun is hiding and the magpie is casting. Coming to you guys right now with a live 1 versus 1 battle featuring us spawning in the north, playing as the Wehrmacht forces on Crossroads. It is going to be AndresTC. And spawning in the south, playing as the Soviet forces on Crossroads, as you might have figured out, because this is still the same game as the player I just introduced just now. Oh my god, Magpie, you really should have bought this intro. This is terrible, but whatever, we're going to stick with it. It is Finndeed. Looks like he's going to be going for the special rifle command, actually. Sorry, I'm still in awe of just how shocking of an intro that was. Woo! Yay! Pro-casting for the win. Anyway, yeah, special rifle command going to be the tech of choice here for Finndeed, so I'm already curious to see how this game is going to unfold. Of course, the penal battalions were buffed, so I'm hoping we're going to see some, though he is going for a second squad of conscriptios right now. What's the price differential between these two? Are they like 300? Yeah, so 60 manpower difference between penals and conscripts. But remember, penals have had their rate of fire accuracy and damage buffed. I believe they've had their accuracy buffed, but I know they've definitely had their damage and rate of fire buffed. I'm 99% sure on that. Yeah, I'd like to see some penal tactics, shenanigans and things like that, but it looks like we might just be going in for a bit of clown car action here. Looks like we could have the old flamer coming down on the engineers with the old scout car action here from the Soviet player. We'll see if that is going to be the plan here momentarily here for Finndeed. Second squad of pioneers. Controversial stuff here for AndresTC. But, you know, if there's anyone whose judgment I trust when it comes to the Axis forces, when it comes to the Wehrmacht faction, it is definitely Andre. One of my favorite players to watch. Like, he's just so... There's something about his playstyle that I can aspire to. Like, when I see Andre play, he plays very much like I do, only better. Whereas when I watch most players at this caliber play, it's like they might as well be a different animal, you know? It's like, I'm not bad at Company of Heroes 2, don't get me wrong, but I'm not good enough to play at the level of the games that I usually cast. I would love to be, I just don't have enough time to play the game and cast it, so it's kind of one or the other. AndresTC, like, his playstyle... now it just sounds like I'm making him out to be really bad, actually, but that's not the case at all. I can just relate to his tactics, to his playstyle, to the way he tries to win the game, and he pulls it off with such, I don't know, just it's a really accessible, understandable way of playing. He never tries to metagame too hard. You know, he hasn't got mobile defense doctrine, or you know, or anything like, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say really. He just kind of plays Wehrmacht like I expect them to be played, which is really nice. Let's leave it at that. Anyway, looks like we've got a scuffle being taken here. Some Penal Legion are coming in. Looks like we've got the scout car hot on their heels. That's going to be entering the battlefield here momentarily. Pioneers in a great position. Grenadiers going to be forced back because of the intense DPS at point-blank range of these squads. But two squads of Pioneers actually getting stuck on in here. Look at the damage on these Penals. Don't be sat in negative cover here, Pioneers. Oh, dearie me. They get cut down to size in a hurry. But there's Grenadiers supporting, and with the Pioneers up in the grill of these Penal Battalion, that is going to force the Soviet troops back. So pretty nice fight being taken there by AndresTC, who's going to maintain map control. He's got up to 4 squads of Grenadiers on this map. Crazy stuff. I would for sure have expected, seeing as how he's dominated the middle of the map here, I would have expected him to go for an MG42 and garrison it into one of these structures, or maybe even this one. Actually, no, not this one, because there's no window on the south side of this house, so not that one. But, oh wow, he's actually going to take this opportunity to lay down what looks like the beginnings of an S-mine field here. Andre, spicy tactics, loving it. Oh, I love the smell of S-mines in the morning. So yeah, he's going to be positioning the S-mine field here. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, that is just so spicy. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, you wanted to capture your cutoff point. Nope. And also, actually... okay, so the flamethrower comes down onto the Penal Legion. If the flamethrower went onto the engineers, that would be hard times because the engineers could not then get the metal detector they need to grab this point. So that would have been absolutely bad news bears. But that is not going to be the case, so that's okay. Look at the map, by the way. Fantastic control of the cutoffs by Andre. His opponent at the moment controls the majority of points on the map, but is getting way inferior, well, not way inferior, but is not getting the benefit of the resources he might be expecting from that. Because of this fantastic control. Wow, a Faust is actually going to connect with this scout car. Whoa, Finndeed, buddy. You've got to be more careful than that. These are Grenadiers we're talking about. I know you want to get up and roast them and stuff, but oh no, a second Faust probably going to connect for the kill here. Oh wow, it's actually abandoned. So a scout car abandoned here. And nothing this game going Finndeed's way at all. And wow. Okay, so the quad Grenadier double Pioneer opening, quite spicy. Wehrmacht players take note. I mean, myself included. I've been struggling putting on early game, like, you know, sub 5 minute aggression with Wehrmacht. And this might be how you start doing it. Maybe MG42s are just too slow. Maybe they're just too much of a liability. Maybe they're just too expensive. Maybe what you need is 4 squads of Grenadiers and 2 squads of Pioneers. I'm already curious to start trying this on the ladder myself. Uh-oh, Grenadiers in heavy cover, though. Receiving quite a flaming here. He's going to have to be careful with that. Taking brutal damage. But you know who else is going to have to be careful is Finndeed. This squad getting cut down to size very rapidly. KR98Ks are not to be toyed with. And he's going to get out of there with the squad. Mine detector is up on his engineers, so he's going to be able to sweep this field here. But AndresTC putting on a fantastic show of early game aggression here. I really like what I'm seeing. This is not how I ever see Wehrmacht get played. Now let's just quickly go and check the tech here. Looks like Battle Phase 1 has not yet been researched, though he can afford it. A bunker is going to be coming down even before that. Andre, I'm taking notes. Hang on, wait, he hasn't researched Battle Phase 1. Does that mean that you don't need that for Panzerfaust anymore? Evidently so. Right, cool. Magpie, Scrubcaster for the win. Helps if you know the game you're casting. LOL! But anyway, seriously, so he's not got Battle Phase 1. He's going for an MG42, so he's up to 4 squads, 2 Pioneers, 4 Grenadiers, 2 Pioneers, MG42, bunker before the MG42. He'll be upgrading that with medics momentarily here to keep on the pressure. And I really like what I'm seeing here from Andre. This is quite the spicy opener. This is like Wehrmacht players who've been struggling out there, which I imagine is pretty much all of you, against Soviets. Try this. I imagine actually this pretty much just crumples against Maxims, though. I imagine Maxims just beat this. But luckily for Andre, he's not going to be facing Maxims, so that's pretty spicy. I dare say he would have done something different if he'd have spotted any kind of, you know, support weapon Campanile units here. Looks like Finndeed going to be repairing that scout car. Looks like he wants to get that one remanned and back out on the field. That does make a good amount of sense, so that is a healthy decision there. I like that one for him. Andre's got a squad of Pioneers down here in the west, kind of just grabbing the south. I'm going to call this the south victory point. So yeah, grabbing the south VP is always going to be good for Andre. He does actually find himself at just over a 70-point VP deficit right now. Through all that dominating last phase of play, he was never able to really grab more than 1 VP. So yeah, he is slightly behind in VPs, but he's redressing that situation very rapidly now. Going to be grabbing north and south. He already controls mid, so he's actually going to establish a triple cap here, the healthiest possible thing for catching up in the VP stakes. And I like that a lot. That is a good decision yet again from Andre. Couple of squads of Grenadiers back at base, healing at the moment. I'd love to see him go for Battle Phase 1. This feels very late now. We're nearly at the 8-minute mark, and he's got 400... Oh, he's actually gone for Mechanized Assault Doctrine. Okay, well, Battle Phase 1 be damned then. So it looks like Andre going to be still wrapping it with the Mechanized Assault Doctrine. One of the most awesome transformational doctrines that you can get for the Wehrmacht faction. It does allow you to play... pretty, just ignore the tech tree pretty much, although most players tend to go to at least Battle Phase 1 and get like the, like the Mechanized Company, so you can have, you know, so you can get like pack guns and snipers and, you know, oh no, sorry, pack guns and Panzer Grenadiers and 222s, but, you know, seemingly AndresTC, no interest in that. I suppose he can get Panzer Grenadiers off the back of this call-in, so he doesn't need them. That's pretty cool. So anyway, here comes the 250 half-track. Panzer Grenadier is going to be doing Panzer Grenadier things from the back of that. And that's going to be really, really effective here. Does the flamethrower hurt them if they're in a vehicle? I don't think it does, but it'll be nice to confirm that. Support weapon Campanile has finished for the Soviet player, and that's why we can hear a Maxim chaka-chaka-chacking away from this building. Although the Panzer Grenadiers get right up on top of it. AndresTC playing such an aggressive Wehrmacht style. This is what I feel has been missing from Wehrmacht play in all the games I've cast since the patch came out. Andre here showing us the way, showing that you can play an aggressive game. Panzer Shreks have finished, and the drive-by Shrekking is gonna be wrecking the scout car of Finndeed. That is pretty sweet. Oh man. Oh dearie me. Shreckity Shrek yourself before you wreck yourself, because that is how to play early game Wehrmacht aggression. AndresTC bringing the spice here. And that is what we like. The spice is nice. He is rolling the dice with a very aggressive build here. And wow, Finndeed's army has been cut down to size. He's gone ahead and picked the motor coordination tactics here, so he's got that. Guards are going to be on the field. They've got the PTRS. That's going to help against this 250 half-track, which I think I've never ever said. Never have I seen a 250 half-track represent such a threat. This thing's normally a throwaway. It's normally absolutely abysmal. It's normally like a sadly annoying fuel cost attached to your Panzer Grenadiers. Yeah, AndresTC making the most of it here. This is really spicy and exciting to watch. I am loving this shizzle, it is fair to say. Panzer Grenadier is going to be getting on up and personal. We could see one of the new improved bundle grenades coming down. Looks like Andre actually for now going to save his munitions. Couple of grenades coming out though. There's a Maxim in the hood, suppresses the Grenadiers. This is getting problematic now. Has to fall back the Panzer Grenadiers. No STGs left on that unit, just the 2 Shreks. Grenadiers are here on support though, and that is nice. I just heard a demo charge go off over here, so that explains why this one Grenadier is taking a lot of fire. S-Minefield getting defused here, and it looks like Andre's aggression just going to have to be put on pause here for a split second. A lot of guards, a lot of conscripts here, and that's going to be enough to push back all of his units. He just needs to heal, reinforce, and get back on the field, and you know, he'll be right as rain in no time. Plus, of course, soon he's going to have access to the Stug Light. You know, it's so good I can't believe it's not Stug. So that's pretty cool. He's going to have access to the Margarine Stug. Now, what does he do against, like, medium armor here? Oh, he's got the Panzer Shreks on the Panzer Grenadier. It's like he's thought this out. It is like he actually knows what he's doing. I am stunned here. Andre here, just showing how to play a really nice, aggressive Wehrmacht style. Look at this. We're coming up to the 12-minute mark, and who's been the most aggressive player this whole game? It's been Andre, and you never see that. Like, Wehrmacht is such a defensive faction, especially after this patch where American forces are just spanking you and British forces start with more manpower, so, like, you know, they are spanking you generally in the early game. Yeah, this is spicy. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Guard squad here, though, going to be more than enough to displace these pioneers. Looks like they're going to stay for the cap on the fuel point, perhaps. Maxim up in the Dream House here, the God building, is going to command mid. Guard squad likewise going to be capping that. So Finndeed, you know, the Soviet Union is putting itself back together here, bringing out some pretty hard to deal with units, very spicy choices here. Uh-oh, I think these pioneers probably want a GTFO. He's going to stay for the fuel cap. This is a little risky, but actually I think it's well judged. He's in the heavy cover, which is helping a lot. And there we go. Boop. He's going to grab that and just run, so I like that a lot here. But the Soviet army is rebuilding itself, the implacable red machine, putting itself back together. And here comes... Okay, look at this. He's got a flamethrower on his pioneers, and he's loaded them into the 250 half-track. Woohoo! How'd you like this? Ah, you thought clown cars were cool. Check out the 250 clown car thing. Taste your own medicine there. Them tables, they be turning. And that's what Andre's going to be doing. So he gets rid of the guards. Now there's no PTRSs here, so now this clown car can just dominate these conscripts. AT grenade research is not a thing yet for Finndeed. And now his dudes are all on fire. And this is not where you want to be. LMG 42 upgrades have started finishing on some of these grenadiers. Aha, okay, so I think AT grenades have just finished. Yeah, they just finished. So now the 250 half-track is forfeit. But you know what? That's fine. It is so okay to be losing that. It's a bit of a throwaway unit anyway, so that goes down. Maxim here going to be checker-and into these grenadiers, but it looks like they're actually going to sneak on past the arc. Yeah, they are. And they're actually going to get the decap on the cutoff point, so that's pretty big. How is this 250 still alive? It's still here, just kind of messing with the retreat path on these conscripts. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say it. AndresTC is legit. He is the real deal. He's a good player. We should actually get him involved in some of these tournaments and things that we're casting from time to time because, oh, wow, actually, although, having said that, this Grenadier getting picked apart here. Conscript's going to be winning this engagement. 250 half-track finally goes down. The Guard squad going to put an end to that. Grenadiers here going to reinforce their one-man brethren who's going to get on out of there. You all right, me brethren? He's going to escape. What on earth was that? Magpie, seriously. Get yourself together, man. So here comes the Stug Light. The Stug House of E is going to be on the field. Going to start blasting apart this Maxim. Forces that to displace. That's going to open up mid for a cap. In fact, Andre going to establish his very own machine gun in a building in the mid. So that's very nice here. Wehrmacht players, please keep taking note. This is a sweet build. You should be using it. These guys are using their infrared goggles to shoot the Grenadiers through the walls of this thin wooden building. So that's pretty spicy technology. Not a lot of people know that the Soviet Union actually did have infrared goggles on their combat engineers in World War II. But Relic, as ever, historically accurate here in Company of Heroes 2. And that's just the way we like it. Slash sarcasm. So yeah, this Stug is just going to be pushing around these engineers for now. I think we might need to see a Zis gun. No, an Su-76 going to be the choice. Very nice. So the Tankovy Battalion Command, as we just check the tech here for the Soviet player, Tankovy Battalion Command has finished. Su-76 gonna be the choice, and that is quite spicy against the Stuggies. The one thing I don't like about this choice, though, is that the Stuggies do actually, you know, if they actually get any shots onto that thing, you know, the armor on the Su-76, not the best, really. In fact, it's quite poor. Uh-oh, the Stuggie caught out, though. AT grenade connects. Look at the faster throw time, thanks to the recent patch. Guards are here. They could go for a button, and they do have PTRSs, so this Stug could be punished a little bit. He's going to be backing it up nicely here, kiting very well. Panzer Grenadiers and Pioneers coming into support, and there's an MG42 here, so the arc is going to be good. Andre going to keep the Stuggy alive for now. 2 squads of Grenadiers with the LMG42s going to be entering the battle, but here comes some guards coming in from a slightly unexpected angle. Going to be putting some more PTRS hits onto the Stug. Wow, look at those hits. They do pretty decent damage now as well. Maxim going to be showing up into the fight in mid here, suppressing the Pioneers. They're going to have to, yeah, it looks like they are actually going to be able to crawl out of there, so that's very nice. And the Su-76, I think it did reveal itself there, so Andre probably knows what it is that he's up against. But look at the VP situation. Andre leading by like 115 tickets right now on the back of a triple cap that he's managed to keep up for some time. This Grenadier squad seems to be in a really bad location, though. Conscripts, guards with DPs, Su-76 all hooning in on them, but they're actually going to escape. Andre, wow. And the Su-76 barrage comes down. That is going to ward off these Grenadiers. In fact, if they wanted, they could go in for some Fausting action. The Panzer Grenadiers are here, but it looks like for now he just wants to force down this this Maxim. He's not going to get it yet, but I think that was a hasty recrew. Way too hasty. Yeah, that recrew was never going to amount to anything. And there goes the Maxim. That recrew was just a free fallback on this squad. That was a really bad recrew. Even the rifle grenade, I would argue, was just to make sure, but actually unnecessary from Andre. I think at that range, 2 LMG42s would have just hosed down the 2 Maxim crew members needed to decrew that again. So that's pretty, that's pretty poor. Su-76 here is going to reveal itself because it's going to fire at these Panzer Grenadiers. That means that the Panzer Grenadiers are going to go for the chase here. Panzer Shreks are obviously still on them, so let's see, how much experience do they have? Yeah, nearly 2 stars. So they're going to come in pretty deep here, going for the chase. Just want to get some damage onto the Su-76. Wow, Andre is fearless. He's just running into the base MG here. Oh my god, this is such an expensive squad. Okay, he's going to get it out of there, but he may lose a Panzer Shrek. He's got to be very careful. Loses a man, but no Panzer Shrek lost, so that's pretty lucky there for Andre. I would say that was an extension too far. I think that was a needless risk, but, far be it for me to question the play of such a spicy and handsome player. Now let's see. We got some action going on down here in the south. Grenadiers going to be taking down these engineers. That will be enough, but actually here come some guards to reinforce. So these Grenadiers are going to be pushed back here momentarily. Su-76 and the Stuggy having a little bit of a face-off here, but there's a lot of supporting infantry for the Axis player. Grenadiers going to come in. That's going to force the Su-76 back. The Stuggy actually going to pursue. Wow. Getting a horrendous shot into those conscripts. Kills 4 of them. Oh my goodness, that's Stuggy. You cannot underestimate the power of the Stuggy against infantry. If your infantry is clustered up, you can be expecting to lose them. Speaking of losing them, though, these Grenadiers were just hung out to dry for too long against the Guard squad, and AndresTC suffers his first blow. Finndeed draws blood for the first time, really, this game. Gonna inflict a grievous loss upon Andre. He's gonna immediately replace those Grenadiers. He does actually have a lot of manpower, even has the munitions to buy back an LMG42 if he wants. So it's not the end of the world losing that squad. Andre here with quite the bank, actually. And let's just check. Has he actually researched any tech? Okay, he did go to Battle Phase 1. He has established his Life the Mechanized company. This probably an insurance policy. It's going to enable him to buy pack guns. If his opponent gets some serious armor out, or if he loses his Stug and doesn't want to replace it, he can do that. So I do like teching up a little bit. That first tech level's very cheap. Building the Life the Mechanized company, likewise, quite cheap. So that's nice. Stuggy chipping in for increased amounts of damage. These guards turbo low. A little bit of focus fire from these Grenadiers could be all she needed here to take out the squad. Looks like he's going to prioritize going for a Faust onto the Su-76 as well. And that's going to enable this Stug to push in for a little bit of more action if he wants. Panzer Grenadiers also coming out onto the field. Oh, that's a touch awkward. They've come out here with 3 men, a pixel away from getting the 4th man on the reinforce there. That's just awkward there from Andre. Possibly he's beginning to feel slightly flustered. Another Faust here going to connect with the rear armor, and these Panzer Grenadiers coming in here. And the Stuggy as well means this Su-76 probably going to be the victim of a terrible spit roast here. We'll see, but I can't see how he's going to survive. I mean, oh my god, actually, the Stug gives up the pursuit here. There goes the Su-76. Panzer Shrek's going to take that out. Now the Stuggy can focus its attention on the pesky T-70. Bang! Gets a good hit. The T-70 on, like, low-ish health now. Panzer Grenadiers wondering which way they want to go to try and connect with this. Here comes a Faust off of these Grenadiers in the south. The Stuggy probably going to be forfeit. No! The Stuggy is going to survive because the Faust was the lethal blow. Finndeed just getting the worst end of all the action, it seems, this entire game, except for picking up those Grenadiers down there in the south. AndresTC taking such a convincing game with Wehrmacht. And here comes a 120mm mortar, but I don't really... I mean, okay, but there's a Tiger tank on the field, you know? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. He has nothing for this Tiger tank. Nothing. PCRSs and button does not beat a Tiger tank. Like, not unless you've got, like, 7 squads of guards or something. And, you know, spoiler alert, there are not 7 squads of guards out right now for Finndeed. I mean, I don't mind the 120mm mortar. I just think a Zis gun would have been better. Like, we're at 14 CPs into the game. Well, 13 if you're Andre. That's how, look at the victory. Look at the command point differential here. That's how brutal this has been. That 120mm actually getting some good hits on the structure here. Okay, Andre is aware of it. He's going to pull his grenadiers out of this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say, I think there's a bit of a skill differential at work in this game. Andre has been manhandling Finndeed this whole game. And I think it's fair to say, and I don't think Finndeed would argue, Andre probably the stronger player. But that said, I would love to see Andre take on some really, you know, top-tier players. Because I reckon he can do it. Like, he's pretty good at this, you know? It's just nice to see. Anyway, the Tiger Tank just knows there's no opposition. He wants the guard squad, and there they go. Nice pick up there. You know, there's nothing stopping him from just parking this tank in the enemy base. He's even got the fuel to replace it. There we go. Finndeed knows when he's done, and he's gonna GG on out of this game. AndresTC taking a sweet win there, and very entertaining to watch as well. 21 minutes, 09 seconds. This is how I'm gonna play Wehrmacht now. I don't care. I'm gonna hop onto the ladder. I'm going to be using 2 Pioneers with 4 Grenadiers in the early game. I'm going to be building a bunker before I research Battle Phase 1. I'm going to be, you know, calling in the Mechanized Assault Group, and then I'm going to be, like, clown carring / drive-by Shrekin and Wreckin', and life's going to be sweet forever. That's it. Andre has solved Wehrmacht. Thank goodness he was here. I was actually worried about, you know, I thought after the balance patch, I thought the Axis were in a pretty bad place, but Andre going ahead and proving me wrong. Asterisk. Possible skill gap. Yeah. Just sweet plays there. Damn, that was entertaining. Andre, seriously, we've got to get him involved in some sort of tournaments and things. I don't know if anyone out there has any way of contacting this man. Andre, if you're watching the channel, pop me a message, boy, because this is some sweet stuff. Yeah. All right. Cool. I don't really know what else to say. That was just a great game. Thanks for watching. Magpie842, Mux signing out.